Okay, set up the 360 camera inside the Milan. I can go over things here a little bit, looking forward here. This bungee attached to the center tiller. This is the part that goes up and holds the little mechanism, a wooden lever to hold the hood down nice and tight. Ball sits right on top of there. You don't even know it's there when you're riding. That's fine. This one does have, this Milan has two rings up in front, a 34 and a 60 tooth. Aluminum boom. It's got just the tiniest bit of flex. I could see pedaling yesterday, but not too bad. Pockets up in the front, in front of the wheel wells. Those are very handy. I already had my tool bag riding in there. I have some power meter pedals on there, so it might flash occasionally. That's what that is. Top of the shower struts here, obviously. I added this quick little piece of Velcro strip just to hold this out of the way, because the tillers need something to hold it out of the way. So anyways, that's up there when you're getting in and out. And really nice, I've found that the right wheel well, not sure how well you can see the light there. The right foot hole, the heel hole is enclosed. On the left it's cut open so you can, reverse. Very comfortable. My heels, I wear a size 45 shoe, road shoe, and the heel's just clear, but I can actually just relax my foot a certain way, and the heel is resting on the floor. It's comfortable. Also, resting the back of my legs on this is very nice and comfortable. So that's a nice feature. Oh, this camera is set up pretty much center line with the brackets that hold the seat in. I can do some photos for that. And then looking rear, light this up a little better. On the left side, obviously, we got two carbon fiber covers. So I can pop those out without knocking the camera loose. Okay, there's one of them. And this is a kind of nice one. It's actually curved back here, and that matches the body. So when you put it back in there, keeps your luggage from falling into the derailleur. It's really nice, kind of more secure that way. Reinforcement strut goes all the way around. This is Milan number 10, made in Canada. And now you can see the attachment little points for the seat. That's what holds the seat on in one place, that and resting on the back, and it does a very nice job. Alright, here's a little better view of the powertrain side of things on this Milan. Again, it's a double-sided steel swing arm, so you can put any type of wheel or gearing system on here. I am going to have a wheel built up and put a roll-off in here. You can see they have velomobile.nl basic shocks, a little rubber block in there. I'm not sure why it's there. It might just limit hitting inside the wheel housing here. But I'm coming from riding a WAW with no rear suspension, so I'm still enjoying the feeling of having the suspension back there. Here's a view of the left rear side of the Milan GT. You can see the quick release lever there for the skewer at the end of our yellow bar here. Shocks, you got some storage space. The only thing I'm going to do is make up a little cover plate, probably, maybe just do it up with duct tape. There's an opening in there for reaching your hand in and taking the skewer in and out and releasing it, which is not easy. I've got big hands. But I'd like to have something covering it over on the inside, so the access is, nothing will fall down in there. Otherwise, right now, stuff could fall down in there by the rear wheel. I didn't want to forget the electrical system. I plugged a battery in here. I put some new labels on. It was a little confusing to me, but I got to figure it out. Main power, this turns everything on. And we have left and right headlights, so you can turn them on independently. That's kind of handy. Turn signals on or off. If you have this, turn on turn signals. You can actually indicate or turn them off. I don't like the beeper being this loud, but it is there. The other thing it has on the side over here is running lights. This one, turning it on when you have your turn signals on, the cones, the lights outside will glow both up on the backs of the mirrors as well as the rear-facing turn signals, and the turn signals still work. So that's kind of an interesting one too. I've started running a bit more with the running lights on all the time. This is a view inside the WAW. I didn't take any time to clean it, so it's got road dust and dirt still on it. And I took the seat out. That's what these brackets for on the side are. To hold the seat, I have to undo 2 bolts with the WAW. So taking out the seat's a little more effort. Not much. You can see up in here again the same thing. Shock tower struts up in here. Actually, this space down in here is a little more open, I think, than in the Milan. I don't find it to be a problem in either one, but it does seem to be a little different setup through here. Idler here. This WAW, you can see up into the nose. You can probably see I have some exciters on the sides for my sound system. The 3-ring, 3 cranks up in the front, and everything else. Tower is very nice and rigid. Does bound to the top of the shell as well. Control stick. Let me put my light back here a little bit. Left control stick. This is the main power supply connection. Parking brakes on these. The WAW does have independent left and right brakes. Parking brake on either one. Latch them in place. On or off. This one also will activate the brake light when the battery's in, so I use that one more often than the left one. Horns, turn signals. This one's really not doing anything on mine other than turning on the headlight, nothing else if I want to. I added another horn up in there, and shifter for the front derailleur. Control box up in here. Power on is back. This one is to turn on and off the running lights in the the mirrors, the mirror cones. On the right side, pretty straightforward, but it does have a roll-off shifter here. Same thing, parking brake. I have another sound system, or I'm sorry, another battery connection over here. I run with a little iPod and the sound system, and that's what this control box is up in here. This is the exciter. Control the sound. Same thing, reinforcement rib going all the way around. Adjustments in the WAW for seat. You can move this bar forward and back to pull the seat, forward if you want, a little closer to the pedals. Of course, you've got a lot of room to move on the boom, probably good 8 inches of adjustment. You can also set the front of the seat and the height of the seat. I run it down all the way down. I'm a little bigger, so I need all the space I can get. That's how you adjust that, but you can also adjust the back of the seat. And this is looking to the rear. Obviously, this is the enclosure around the rear wheel. Some foam blocks for the back of the seat, a little cushioning when the seat comes back into here. This is a lot of adjustment you can do with the angles and how far forward and back the seat supports are. Came from the factory. You can see I got an exciter up here. Another one for the sound system. I actually have 6 exciters in the WAW. Came with a floor pump back in here. It's a pop-out type of floor pump. Works really nice. Cables here. This is for the roll-off. I added the roll-off in afterwards. I don't know. I could probably fight to get it a little cleaner, but that's just the way I ran the cables. I wanted to give a little better view of the back left side in the WAW. The green piece up in here is something I made out of carbon fiber, and I was playing with a gel coat color of green, so that got sprayed. Holds a little battery pack, and I used the battery pack to power the 360 camera that I'm filming with right now, actually, because it rides on top of the tower here. The plywood piece back here, this is a jack stand. I've shown that in other videos, made that up just for holding the rear tire up off the ground if you have a flat. And a 4mm hex wrench. That's used to take the bolts off for the nose or tail cone. If you get a rear flat, you have to take off the tail cone to do that. So just a simple way to have it with me whenever I need it is right there, Velcroed in place.